Alrighty, I kind of got carried away and I forgot to set up a camera to video this removal of the log splitter off the trailer. It was quite the ordeal. But yeah, I got it off. Got it in the shop so I can close the door. And this is what I was presented with once I got the lid off. We got a full-on assembly operation gonna happen next year. So I am gonna have to set up some sort of crane of some sort. Oh, small engine oil. These little white straps are good for 5,000 pounds. Now this is a 6x8 beam. Definitely should be able to handle the weight. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh. There we go. That worked. Okay, these are the wheels. They have these nice caps on them. They're all pre-greased and everything. And then you get this nice little kit here. And the log catcher. Okay, according to the instructions, I'm doing it wrong. They want the tongue assembly on first. So, who might argue with the instructions? All right, according to the instructions, now I'm allowed to put the wheels on. All right. Okay, the castle nut requires a 1 1/4 inch socket or a wrench. Be careful when you're sliding this thing on, you'll knock this bearing out if you're not careful. See, like that. All right, that's good. Now we'll just back it off enough to get the cotter pin in. Boom. Now the caps. I'll get a rubber mallet here. All right, I can't get my rubber mallet because it's buried, but I'll use a 2x4. Okay, nice and gentle like. There, works like a charm. All right, what's next? Okay, let's see what kind of havoc I can bring upon this situation. Yeah, that actually, I think that's gonna work. Okay, so all I need to do, according to the instructions, is stand this piece up, straight up and down, and it should lock right into that pivot point right there. We'll see. It wasn't too sketchy at all. Seems pretty secure. All right, which hole are we talking about here? The bottom. Am I gonna be able to move this thing around? Should be okay. Oh yeah. All right, this thing goes like this. This log splitter comes in two different versions. It comes with a 196cc Kohler engine, or it comes with a 250cc Briggs & Stratton engine. In the nuts and bolts kit that they give you the nuts and bolts for both engines. So don't do like I did and start putting the wrong bolts in and then getting mad because they're not working. Just a heads up. Now, generally when they say keep the hose as high as possible, that is code for, there will be a shit ton of oil coming out of here. So do this fast. I can see oil dripping out of here already. All right. Oh, this is probably gonna be just a disaster. Try this up here. Oh, I'm gonna need some pliers or something to get that out of there. All right, let's try this again. Oh, well, once it was cracked, it came off easy. Let's hope this goes in there. Oh yeah, look at all that oil right there. Ah, shit, come on. Ah! Keep it as high as possible. Sure, that's code for Your hands are gonna get oily. All right, so I've dragged it outside. I've hooked up the hoses, put oil in the engine, put gas in the engine, and we fired it up and ran it for 5 minutes just to kind of do a little bit of a break-in. Seems to be good to go, so let's put it to work. I should also mention that this is all beetle-killed, standing dead wood. I checked the moisture content of every truckload, and it was between 5 and 7%. All right, there we go. That's how not to assemble a log splitter. It was a bit of a fiasco, but I mean, I didn't have exactly the perfect building conditions. I didn't have a piece of machinery to lift it like a tractor or anything. I didn't have a beam right above where I needed it to be above the box to lift that thing. But at the end of the day, it's together. Nothing got broken. Sustained a little bit of a scratch on the front there, but it's all good. It works great though. I'm a bit of a log splitter newbie, so I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I thought it ran great. Even the guy who got me the rounds and helped me split the stuff up, he's an old school logger. He's been logging most of his life, and he was impressed. He said the thing just plowed through those logs. And the knots were nothing for this thing. He just went right through them. So if he's happy, I'm happy. What else can I say? The engine was good. The engine fired right up once we got the fuel through it. It was nice that they included a liter of oil for it. And the pull cord. Oh, I do want to mention about the pull cord. If you buy one of these things, be bloody careful, because this pull cord is way too short. The very first pull I did on this, I damn near ripped my hand right off. Like, I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but that cord is way too short. So be careful. You don't want to hurt yourself like I did. Kohler. But it ran good. What else? Oh, you saw me, you sort of saw me hooking up that main hose from the tank to the pump. And I have read that guys are having problems with that hose because they cheaped out on the hose by probably about 6 inches. It's kinking because it's so short, and it's restricting the flow, and guys are having problems with it. They're having problems finding the hose, and so that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. Doesn't look too bad yet, but I can see it, if it heats up, I could see it, getting soft enough that it's gonna wanna kink. Yeah. Oh, I did also read that there's a recall. The recall went from 22 to the end of 23, and I bought this at the end of 24. So I'm kind of outside of that recall, but I'm still going to have to keep an eye on it. Apparently there's a rod inside the piston for the auto return, and that gets jammed, and then there's all kinds of hell breaks loose. So that's something to be aware of, and I'll have to keep an eye on that myself. What else? Oh, the little log catcher here on the side. Now, so what they did was they powder coated all the parts, and then they welded it together. I'll include some B-roll here of the cheesiness. Like, why would you do that? But, I mean, all in all, I thought it ran fine, and I'm really happy with it. Worth the money, I guess. All right, so that's it for me. I want to thank you for sticking it out right to the end, and go buy a log splitter. We'll see you next time.